Evening all, welcome along. Oh, let's adjust the camera. Right, there we go. We are live. Oh, they've already started here. Two Wheels, mate. I thought you were going to get your OnlyFans preview then. No, mate, we are here. Welcome along. It's Friday night. It is El Scorchio. We're going to talk about loads and loads of stuff on the channel tonight. So if you do want to jump in on the camera and you want to join me up on the stream, there is a StreamYard link over on the side, and it is also down the bottom, just here when I click the button. There we go. StreamYard link is up, guys. So come along and say hello. I'm only 2 glasses in. We have got, under good recommendation, the Jam Shed from Andy GSA Tractor. It's a very good red. So let's say hello to a few people. Crafty Poncho is here. Vincent VJ Biker is here. Darkside Biker. Nigel Todgy. Todge. I always say Todgy. Todge 29 is here. Great guy from down on the can't figure it, West Coast. We should be going to see him at the end of May, beginning of June, and we're going to go down. We're going to be visiting Lex Moto, and I'm going to go down and say hi to all the boys. Barry Darby's here. I did Boo's bike tonight. Phil in the garage, he said to me, he said, "You're not going to pass that bike, are you?" And I went, "Why?" "Well, his registration plate's small. He's got a loud exhaust. He's got blue headlights." I went, "The blue headlights are tint covers. He's taken them off. He's got the full-size plate on it. It's an aftermarket Akrapovic, or Kropovic, as they say." Yeah, we did pass Barry's bike. So, yeah, Boo's got his bike all MOT tested. I did it all for him. Andy GSA Tractor is here as well. So, evening to Andy. Julian's here. Evening, ladies and gents. Evening, Jules. Good to see you, mate. Hi, Baz. Only 2 slots left on my GS 911. Been busy. Oh, there we go. Slow Bones is here as well. Evening, buddy. Good to see you. Welcome along to the Friday Night Live. So we have got a busy weekend. Now, we did Lowndes last night. Oakley Bike Club was on. They had 450 bikes at Oakley Bike Club. Oakley Bike Club is next week. And Howie, Weymouth isn't on the West Coast, did he? Oh, yeah, we'll come down your way. You're down the bottom end, mate. But yeah, we're coming down your way. We're going to come and visit. I will sort something out. We didn't manage to get to go and do Jamie's ride because obviously I got back off of holiday from Norfolk, and I was absolutely knackered by the time I got home on Friday, so I didn't have time. But we obviously went out and rode on Sunday. Now, this week, we was going to do Longitch Diner. And obviously, Vincent messaged me earlier and said, "Are we going to do Longitch Diner?" Andy's messaged me earlier and said, he's got friends coming. Are we going to do Gasoline Juice? So this Sunday, we're going to meet at the garage and we're going to be there early. We're going to get at the garage for 8:30. We are leaving for 8:45. It's a 15-minute slot. You need to turn up in that 15-minute slot. Get there for about 8 o'clock because I'm going to be on site from 8 o'clock. We're leaving about 8:45. So I'll meet you all there. So, yeah, so we're going to get to the garage early. We're going to get there for about 8:30, roll out 8:45, and we'll head up to Gasoline Juice. No doubt Andy will fly past us once we are on the A5 because we've got Vincent there. We're going to be doing 50 mile an hour because his little Shiz terrain doesn't do the best speed in the world. But, yeah, we're all meeting up Gasoline Juice this Sunday. Bank Holiday Monday, because everybody's got a Bank Holiday Monday off, including me. We are going to Emma's Cafe. And the man himself, Stu, Zedhead, is here as well. Evening, Stu. If you haven't seen Zedhead's video on YouTube, go and watch Zedhead's video. The ZX9R is coming along nicely. The Tiger is all done. The bikes are looking very, very good. And I believe Peaky Biker, so Bry went up and he met up with Agnes Whisper and all the boys up in Scotland last week, I believe it was. So it was good. So, yeah, but Stu's bike is looking... Stu's like me. He takes really, really good attention to the detail on his bike. So he's been whacking it out. bashing out the videos. So go and check out Zhead on YouTube, guys. If you haven't seen Zhead, he had his ZZR 1400. Now, he sold it to one of our local bikers in Milton Keynes, which is Mad Old Biker. And Mad Old Biker was actually at Oakley on yesterday. And that bike still looks as good as the day it rolled out of Zed's place. So, yeah, the bike is still doing absolutely lovely. Mad Old Biker absolutely loves that bike. And him and his partner Ellen both ride bikes as well. So, yeah, Mad Old Biker's doing really, really well. Need to catch up with him because I haven't seen him for a couple of weeks, but really, really good. Now, there's loads and loads to cover tonight. Next Friday is a live stream giveaway, and we had loads and loads of it. So I've had people sending me stuff. We went on holiday and we got these, like the MotoGP crash helmets. So MotoGP crash helmets, give them away on the live stream. And then one of the guys said to me, he said, "Oh, I'm just going to start sending you bike stuff on from my Temu," because I chat with a lot of people on Temu that UK accounts that have Temu shops. And the guy said to me, "You're bound to have one of these, but I'll send you one anyway." So he sent me one of these, and I went, "I've got about 6 of these sitting in my toolbox." All right. If you happen to have a yoke or suspension, this is known as a C-spanner. So you basically hook that onto your back of your suspension, and you can undo your suspension using a C-spanner. So we'll chuck that. I've got no use for it. We'll chuck it on the live stream giveaway next week. I've got loads and loads of bits to give away. Triumph have sent me loads and loads of T-shirts. And I've also got loads of little bits and pieces that a certain Andy said no use to me. No, you don't need a C-spanner, mate. Unless, of course, you want to tighten up certain parts on your body. Yeah, exactly. But I've had loads of little bits and pieces. I had a massive great... the guys at Muck-Off, is a big company called Muck-Off, and I don't use any of their products. I tend to use my own little bits and pieces around the bike. But Muck-Off have sent me a full valet kit worth about 55 quid, which is alloy wheel cleaner, ceramic spray, body cleaner, brake cleaner, everything. So I've got a big Muck-Off kit to give away next week. I've absolutely no use to it. They went, "Oh, can you promote it on your channel? Even do a video of you using the products." And I went, "I don't do Muck-Off products, but oh, all right, give it away on your live stream." So we're all right, I'll give it away on the live stream, and I'll let that certain person, whoever wins it, they can do their own review of the Muck-Off products. So I've got a nice little box of Muck-Off products to give away next week. No use to me. I've got my own crap in the garage that I use. So I've got my own wheel cleaners, bits and pieces that I use. So if anybody wants that, jump on the live stream next Friday, and it is a massive, massive giveaway. Now, talking of hot weather, we did bike night at the Lounge last night, and the amount of 125 riders, same stuff I use, Andy. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Rhino go. A lot of the bikers on 125s turned up last night wearing T-shirts, shorts, and trainers. Now, would I be doing that on my bike? Absolutely not. All the gear, all the time. Richard had a ride out with me. The video's going up tonight of me and Richard going to the Lounge Arms. But as I said, it was too hot to wear my textiles last night, but I wear Nox Armour, and so I wear the Urban Free. I've also got this stuff, which is, and I live in this in the garage. I've not washed this for a couple of days, so it's starting to stink a little bit of sweat. But this is basically the Nox Under Armour. So it's a full, basically, body shirt, but it's got the Kevlar mesh all the way down it. If I just want to pop out of the garage, down the road, quick test ride, I'll chuck a helmet on, ride out in this. This stuff is bloody good. It's about 25 quid. But that's the Nox Under Armour. But a lot of kids last night turned up at the bike meet, T-shirt, shorts, trainers on. And a lot of the older bikers said to me, mate, you chuck your bike down the road, you're going to be a human crayon. Do you realise how long it takes for your skin to heal? And they were like, oh, yeah, but I don't think I'm going to come off. Everybody is a good rider. It's not you as the rider. It's the other 120 idiots on the road that are going to be carving you up. So, as I say, all the gear, all the time, get yourself some Nox armor, get yourself a decent jacket, even a hoodie will protect your skin. If you're riding with just open skin on your hands, no gloves, you're putting yourself in harm's way. It's better to be hot and sweaty than it is to be throwing yourself down the road as a human crayon, because it is going to be that one time where you think it's not going to happen, that it does happen. You throw yourself down the road and then you're in hospital for 6 or 7 weeks, skin grafts. Being a red crayon is not the best thing in the world. How is it? Got handed to him. Being a red road crayon is not fun, mate. It's not. Spit and polish, Paz. As I say, if you want to jump in on the stream tonight, you're very welcome to do so. StreamYard link is up in the side. I'm going to post it up one more time. Jamie should be popping in sometime. He'll be around soon. He's probably doing his McDonald's deliveries. VJ, people don't give way at roundabouts twice. Yeah, Vincent's been done it twice, and he had all the gear on every time and protected it. He still ended up, I think he'd done his ribs in on that, didn't you, Vincent? So, yeah, if they want to wear no protection, fair enough. It's their risk, not yours, yeah. Mesh body armor and a hoodie with some road skin jeans. Yeah, exactly that, mate. The older bikers tend to stick the gear on. The younger riders don't give two monkeys about it. But I would rather sweat absolutely profusely, get to the other end of sweaty mess and take my jacket off. You can always take your jacket off and dry off. Sit out in the breeze and just get a bit of air through your skin than lose a layer of skin. Always wear the Kevy jeans, CE gloves, leather pants, ECE helmets. I've not worn the leather chaps this week, but yeah, I walked away from both, hurt the next day, but nothing too serious. Exactly that, mate. Clem induction stuff. Here we go. AA rated, and it's full mesh. My Nox armor is actually sitting in my car all the time. I went out and rode last night, and just my Nox armor with just my red bomb jacket on. But 9 times out of 10, I will either. I'm over it, what she says. Cheers, Boo. Thanks, mate. But yeah, I would definitely wear all the gear all the time. But look, textile jackets there. Oh God, where is it? Let's go back here. Let's have a look on the wall. There we go. Toxic throttle hoodie is sitting back there as well. And then I've got my normal hoodies as well. And I've got to thank Mrs. B for my birthday present, because I've had a couple of things that I wanted for my birthday. And I said, just don't go out and buy me shed loads of stuff. I don't do birthdays, but mother-in-law bought me a nice little watch to fit in with my phone. But Mrs. B obviously hates bike riding, loves my passion for bikes, does absolutely no interest in what I do on bikes, but look what she got me. So I've got my helmet stand, my jacket, my trousers are hanging down there. So she got me a nice little hook to hang all my gear on. So thank you very, very much, Mrs. B. So she got me that. So gloves of law in Germany and Spain. And we go. I went up to Stony Cove Tuesday. Easy saw about 7 lads on shorts on mental. Absolutely mad, mate. Absolutely mad. And I know we all get hot in the summer. You know, I normally have black Kevy jeans on in the garage. And I normally just jump straight on my bike after work. Dirty, grubby. Because one of the guys said to me, he said, oh, you could have washed your jeans. And I went, I've been in the garage for the last 4 days, mate. These are the same jeans I've had on for 4 days. They're covered in oil, but I would rather ride with my Kevy jeans on than, just chuck a pair of shorts on. I'd love to ride in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, but there's always going to be that one person that pulls out on you, and you never know what's going to happen. Here we are. My father-in-law worked in A&E and saw many bikers that came off no gear. He said, see scrapes in their bones when they come into contact. Oh, Jesus H. No, Jules, I haven't had them on. absolutely not. Andy, so for your birthday, I had a coat hook. Yeah, I had a coat hook, mate. But yeah, she looks after me. She gave me other presents because obviously, when we went away on holiday on the Sunday, so that was my birthday. So Rev was 61, and then on the Thursday it was our wedding anniversary. So believe it or not, 21 years married to Mrs. B. How she puts up with me, I do not know. And she's sitting next door watching Casualty and playing bingo. So good for her. Oily jeans make you slide further. Probably do, Howie. Probably do, mate. Now, talking of that, Andy had a little ride out, and he went to Oily Bike. I'm dying for Andy to actually come on the stream and tell us how the oily, I think it was Oily Bikers or oily rag or something, went on. So they had a nice little 200-mile run out to their little bike venue that they went to last week. So I'm dying to find out how that went. Separate rooms sounding lasted that long. Exactly that. Yeah. Gloucester. There we go. So Andy went up to Gloucester. Yeah. So I think it was Oily Bikers, Oily Rag, or something like that. But he had a nice little run up there. Obviously, this Sunday, gasoline juice we're going to be doing, and then Monday. We're going to be heading up to Emma's Cafe because Emma could do with the trade in her business since Triumph doubled the rent on her building. 2 wheels, mate. Oily bike, I don't know. Yeah, it was good. It was okay. That's brilliant. Let's just see what he said. Oh, I'd not bother going back to be on. Oh, really? Come on and tell us about it, Andy. I'd love to know about that. Now, the other quick one is obviously ABR is coming up very, very shortly. If you haven't bought your ABR tickets, get in. There are only, I believe, 100 tickets left for ABR. I've already got mine, and I've got the Thursday as well. So I'm going up early on the Thursday, set the tent up, which will hate Andy will hate that. Set the tent up, have a wander off, go around the stalls. But I'm there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we come back Sunday for ABR Festival. And they reckon this year's ABR is going to be absolutely mad. So I know Tins on Tour are going. Cartwheels did message me and say he can't go this year. But there are a lot of guys going. Teapot One is going. Loads and loads of people are going. So it should be still good. So obviously Andy doesn't do five-star camping. Oh, happy birthday, Dave A70. It's my birthday. I was allowed to go to Royal Enfield. I thought the missus was going to let me buy a bike, but I was allowed a t-shirt. Oh, bless you, Dave. I have a lovely little Royal Enfield 350 Classic sitting on our yard with 2,200 miles on it. If you fancy a Royal Enfield, come down and have a look at the one we've got. It's beautiful, mate. It's full of chrome. Ted, how are you enjoying the Triumph, Rev? Any big tours planned? Are you still going to Sturgis? Sturgis, I don't know at the moment because I'm planning on doing Wales. I'm going to try and do Scotland this year because I haven't had a chance to get to Scotland. So I might try and get 5 days up in Scotland. It might be sort of October, November time, but I am definitely going to get Scotland in this year. But ABR is going to be at the ABR Friday. Howie, look me up. Send me. I know ABR. You can't get a phone signal, mate. You have to go out of the town to come back in to get a phone signal at ABR. Let's get Andy on for a second. He's sitting over there. Wild Bad is not happening this year. No, Richie Vida messaged everybody and said, "What? No Wild Bad because he's just done Morocco and he's got too much on his plate." So no ABR this year. But I believe Craig from Motor Rev is looking up to do a Wales weekender to obviously take place of Wild Bad. So, yeah, the Motor Rev posse will surely do something, and they're normally good. Enjoy the Maverick. No, I know exactly. Jules, no parts available. Michael that comes on our stream, he's got a Maverick. His front brake pads have been down to the metal for the last 2 weeks. He's had a I think, is it a section 90, Andy?
What is?
Where the coppers pull you up and go, you've got no material in the front brake pads. We're going to issue, you've got to get it sorted in 90 days or something.
Oh, yeah, we used to call it 90-day wonder, but I can't remember what the old bill called.
Yeah, so they've issued him with this like section 90. I phoned them today and they went, oh, they've just arrived in the container 3 months later. They sent 5 sets of brake pads. That's all they've sent for the Maverick. I've got 1 set, and the other 4 have already gone. I'm like, that is really, really. WK, I am starting to really get the ump with, because I pushed their brand really hard last year to get their scramblers out, their SXIs, because you had an SXI as well. But the backup from WK bikes is absolutely crap. So
I haven't. As far as I'm concerned, they're arseholes that don't honour their warranty. I'd never buy that bike.
They don't honour. Phil had a Colt. Now, the guy basically ragged the shit out of 50cc Colt, popped the engine. We had it in under warranty, ordered a new engine. Oh, there's no Euro 5 engines available, but we'll send you the Euro 4. It's similar. We put the new engine in. The bike will not start. The engine turns over. I've got fuel air spark. Timing's all good. The bike will not fire. And then they had the audacity to charge Phil 960 quid for the engine, and he had to refund the customer 1,400 quid. Basically had to buy the bike back off the customer. So Phil's out of pocket massively. Yeah, WK are going, oh, yeah, but you need to pay us for the engine. No, it's a warranty engine. It's gone in the bike. Oh, well, no, we've sent the photos. We've showed you what it's done. That I would not. WK are okay. They're good bikes. But if you want spare parts, there's a great company down in Sussex called WeMoto. Go to speak to Stan and the boys down at WeMoto. They've got all the WK parts. And the other thing is, obviously, CF Moto Quadzilla, I believe, is being bought up by MotoGP now. So, yeah, it's
semi-invisible.
Yeah. And it's half invisible. 281 kilos, yes. We had a guy...
I've been costing up and looking at the new 1300 RT for touring. I won't get rid of the GS, but I kind of like some of the features on it, to be honest. The missus likes the heated hand grips, heated back pads. And you've got new front spoilers now that actually come up at certain speed to increase wind deflection and stuff. So, yeah, it's a nice bit of kit.
Oh, there we go. Julian's just said Yin Yang did parts of WK. Search online for Yang Yang. Yeah, loads of pads available. Yeah, I found that in the end, Jules. I've given up with WK because them guys are absolutely crap. When you phone the parts line, oh yeah, we'll sort it out. We'll give you. I never had a call back. They're absolute. But the thing is, their WK Scrambler video, they've slapped it all over their website, and they're still pushing the WK Scrambler. They haven't got any more available. You need to update your website, guys. Be on the ball, for God's sake. Social media is the thing at what you're trying to push out. Dave A70, I'm being moaned at. She's trying to make a cake while I'm cleaning my bug-splattered helmet. He's going back in the garden.
Ever go to Orley Rag? It's quite a small unit on an industrial estate. It's a lovely place. It's well laid out. I think it was £8 for 2 coffees. My mate bought a T-shirt and like what they call like a pit shirt. You know, it's more like a shirt with stuff on, and that was 90 odd quid for them two.
Jesus Christ Almighty, that's like mad pricing. The other one I'm going to give a quick plug to. Now, obviously, Drew, everyone knows who Drew is. So he was known as Hells on Two Wheels. He's now known as Rolling Throttle. But Drew is really pushing his suspension out in the States. So Rolling Throttle is doing really, really well. So big round of applause to Drew. He's really pushed the gamer. And the only way to make any money at the moment, because I sit here every Friday night for about an hour and a bit. And I'm bashing videos up on YouTube, and everyone said, oh, you must make a bloody fortune. I make about 70 quid a month. bashing all the videos up. But the amount of money that I spend when I go out and we have biker days out, and Rev always buys the coffees. Everyone knows that Rev always gets the drinks in. And we did it last weekend. But it's not about the money. It's just about having my little community. And someone said to me, he said, why don't you start a little thing called, because obviously you do Toxic Throttle and you do Emma's Bike Cafe and you do Gasoline Juice and you're pushing it all on all the social medias. Why don't you have a ride group? I said, I have got a ride group, but I've got it on my personal WhatsApp. And he went, yeah, but why don't you start a ride group and put it up on Facebook? And I went, mate, I'm really not interested. I said, everybody knows it's Rev's ride group, RRG, but I'm really not interested. Oh, yeah, but I can do you stickers and badges and posters for Rev. And I went, mate, I said, you don't realise. I said, the people that are in my ride group ride for the fun of it. They're not interested in me just pushing Rev's ride group. I'm not into that. It's just a nice little social media thing, and we all chat on WhatsApp. And he went, oh, all right then. I could have done your badges at that. Absolutely not interested, mate. Absolutely not interested in it at all. But there's a lot of people out there. Do you get it at all on Instagram, Andy, where they message you and go, oh yeah, I could get you more clips on Instagram, or I could get you more clicks on Facebook? And I'm like,
I don't really put too much on them platforms, to be honest. I just put up when I want to put. When I want to put it up, I'll put something up. When I don't, I couldn't care less if I don't put nothing up for months.
Yeah,
I'm not
same here.
I'm quite happy going along and just enjoying doing what I do.
Yeah, because people say to me, oh, you punch all these videos up on YouTube. And I went, no, they are test rides for the customers, or test rides. If I've done a customer's bike, then I'm going to video it and put it on, because the quickest way to do it is just upload it straight to YouTube rather than
pressure to do 1 or 2 videos up a week's not for me, to be honest. I'm quite happy just putting up what I enjoy putting up.
Yeah, because we had... I did a little video on a V-Strom this week, and Uncle Red's got a V-Strom, and I'm like, okay, we'll take it out. And he said,
I did Uncle Red during the week over at Darren's.
But we did his V-Strom, and he said it kept cutting out when the bike got hot. Took it out, gave it a run, couldn't find anything. The only thing I found was a fouled spark plug, but that's not going to stop the bike or stall it. And I went, take it out. If it does it again, just video it. But it could be the fact that you've left the bike stood for absolutely ages. It just needs a good blatting down the A5. It could be one of 100 things, mate. Just take it out and give it a blatting. But yeah,
I was at Darren's yesterday, and a bloke coming with his BMW R, not the RR, but the R, and BMW, he had a problem and he couldn't diagnose. He didn't know what it was. And BMW wanted to charge him £130 just to put it on the diagnostic machine to read his codes. So he opted to pay me 35 quid to go on there, clear his code, sort his bike out, recalibrate his quick shift, sorted 35 quid. BMW charged. Then someone else turned up and he says, oh, can you do my service like this? And in the end, I ended up doing 4 bikes. I made 150 quid selling my slots on my GS 911. Yeah. But in total between them, I think they saved the best part of 900 quid from not going to build.
If you've got a Beamer, then that GS 911 tool is an absolute godsend. I tell you, it's an amazing tool.
Well, like I said, I recalibrated all our quick shifts because the RR he'd had a remap. And his quick shift had got clunky because the voltage stays as factory set, even though you've had the remap. It doesn't readjust your quick shift, so the quick shift's slightly off. So you just recalibrate it.
See, we use one called Texer. So basically, we've got our backup laptop in the back office, and all it does is all the coding for the bike. But then you have to go onto you pull the pack out. And then you go down to the bike and it tells you which lead you've got to plug on the Texer. Phil went out and bought every single Texer lead for every bike, and that was nearly 1,800 quid for all the leads for all the bikes. But then you've got plug the texter on. You've got to go into the bike. You've got to get the correct texter lead, piss around, hook into the bike, and then go into the computer.
I like mine. I can plug it in the side of the rack and diagnose the problem straight away.
Yeah, with ours, we've 45 minutes later, you're into the bike. Yeah, but it was at 130. Yeah, it's like Vincent's because I've got a little. I've got two of my own. So I've got an Autel for the bikes, and then I've got my Solus for the cars. My Solus cost me 1,800 quid, but my Solus actually does every single bike. But I can use texter leads on my Solus. So it's basically like a giant iPad in a rubber case. So I can just plug in, tap, 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 go on the bike. I can set everything from side stand switches to map settings, go in, delete codes, check codes, do live data on it.
There was a guy there on the same bike as me, and he'd gone in for a service. He'd never taken it to BMW for a service, so his service light's always coming across his dash. So I said I can reset that for you. So I went to do that. He says, is there any chance? He said you can stop it coming on for a while. So it's now not going to come on for 3 years and 30,000 miles because I can custom reset them.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, but I say with the Solus, you can do custom resets.
I added 2,000 miles to mine because BMW have refused to service it before I go away under their service package. So mine's going to be over by the time I get back. So I just added 2,000 miles to it because I'm not putting up with the light coming on.
It's we had one of our old customers come in. Now he's got the 20, I think it's either a 2012 or a 2013 Tiger, and his TPS sensor had basically run out of battery. And I said to him, I said, just buy a standard TPS sensor. You don't need to buy the Triumph one. And he went, yeah, but Triumph want like 150 quid for the TPS sensor. I went, no, buy a 35 quid TPS sensor. Same one, basically a standard TPS sensor. As long as you either do straight valve or a side valve, you can put it in, and we just recode it to the bike. Literally, within 10 minutes, all we done was just DB'd his tyre, let the air out, just push the tyre off to one side, bang the TPS sensor in, bolt it up, reinflate the tyre, and you just go in on the Solus and go bum, 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 recode, get your tyre pressure thing, copy the code over. And he went, Christ almighty, 45 minutes later, he went, Christ almighty, he went, Triumph wanted nearly 350 quid to recode my tyre pressure sensor. And I went, no, we did it for 118 quid, plus the price of the sensor, which was about 40 quid. And it's, and you think how many people are doing that, and they're going to the main dealers to get money out of them.
Dealers charge too much. I mean, I think BMW is something like 165 or 175 pound an hour plus the dreaded. So you're looking at 200 quid an hour. Yeah. So they're going to charge you half an hour, which is 100 quid just to plug a bloody machine into it. And if you've serviced your own bike and you go in there and say, turn my service light off, they won't even do it.
Yeah. Right, quick one for Julian. I'm going to be doing the Iridium plug and the 7100 oil. Are the panels easy to get off? Right. On the Maverick, you've got the crash bars round the outside. Pull the plastic
screwdriver.
No, pull the plugs off. Pull the plastic plugs off. Allen bolt behind. Take off the tank bars, the crash bars. Take them off. You can get your hand in straight in the side to the plug. You're going to have to go in across top, pull the plug cap off, drop the spark plug socket over the top, and then go in with your wrench to undo the socket, undo the plug, drop your wrench off, and then undo it by hand, pull it out, get your spark plug out, plug the new one into spark, get the spark plug cap that's got the rubber holder in it. So the socket with the spark plug holder, rubber one, put your plug in, drop it in the top, screw it in, then put your wrench in, zing, 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 put your tank bars back on. Straight and easy, mate. Really, really easy. But you need to get them tank bars off. 3 Allen bolts on the side. I believe they are either 12 or 14 mil. But yeah, nice and easy to get into those. So piece of piss, mate. Absolute piece of piss. Most Spencer's after kit on our Bosch kits, mate. Rebranded. if you phone up most of the motor factories, you say, can you just send me down a TPS sensor? Most car TPS sensors will fit a bike. It's when you actually recode it because you use a scan tool, because the TPS sensor talks via Bluetooth. So just get a scan tool, and most of the scan tools will work that way. So it's really, really easy. Jules, what I'll do, I've got 2 Colts which are identical bikes. I'll shoot you a video on Monday showing you how to get into the spark plug, mate, and I'll whick it over to you on a WhatsApp, mate. But spark plug on those is piece of piss, mate. It's about 15 minutes to get the tank bars off, but once you're in 15-20 minutes, you're into the spark plug. Out, you haven't got to take the tank off. A lot of dealers will go, oh, Maverick, you've got to take the tank off. No, you haven't. If your hand is small enough, what you do is hold the socket long ways, drop your hand in, and then dump down into the top, mate. It's really, really easy to do. I'll send you a video on Monday. I've done loads of Mavericks, mate. I did Michael's for him, and I think I did the whole full service, because a half service is about 45 minutes. I did the full service in an hour. And everyone was like, Jesus Christ, how quick did you do that? It's knowing how to get into the bike. Vincent said 7100, the red stuff, yeah. Like it's bleeding. There is only one reason you would use 7100 Motul. The reason being, all oils are different. So we use JMT in the garage, which is what they use on MotoGP. It's just standard oil. Same as using Motul 51. Your semi-synth is going to be good for about 5,000 to 6,000 miles. If you use a fully synth oil, it's going to be good from between 8,000 to 13,000 miles. Reason being, Motul, now Motul 50, I won't, now 125s, I'll put standard JMT in, which is what we get in 20-litre barrels. 125 oil, it's good for 8,000 miles, 6,000 to 8,000 miles. It's cheap as chips. If you've got anything over 125, I will not be putting JMT oil on it. It's going to be Motul every time. 5100, and I'll always give the customer a choice. So we've got the 5100. It's, I think 5100 is 16 quid a litre. If you go for the 7100, it's 18 quid plus the VAT. So it works out about 20 quid a litre for the 7100. But it will last you a lot longer in distance. So you're looking at 13,000 miles, 10 to 13 on your service regime. So semi-synth, lower mileage, fully synth, bigger mileage. That's the only difference between semi and fully synth. It lasts a lot longer. I do my oil, and Phil tells me I'm a complete and utter prick for doing it. Every 6 months, religiously, I will change the oil on my Explorer for 7100. Mine's got 4.2 litres in it at 20 quid a bloody litre. 80 quid an oil change. But it's good stuff. It's very, very good stuff. Yeah, Iridium plugs. Standard plug, 5,000 miles. Iridium plug, good 16,000 miles out of it. Vincent, get mine serviced every 2,000. He's dinosaur juice. 5,100, there we are. 30 quid for 5 litres on Amazon. Yeah, but we buy it in bulk, so we have to, obviously, we buy it in, and then we have to put our margin on the top to make our money. So yeah, Motul 71 is big money, but it's the bright red stuff. Standard oil is normally good. 7100 is the bright red. So do you need to put 7100 in your bike? Not really, unless you're doing excessive mileage, long distance. But I like to put the best of the best in my bike. I am a little bit fussy when it comes to my Explorer. I spent a lot of money on my bike trading up from the GTR, and my bike only has the best of the best. It's like Andy. Andy's got a cracking great BMW, and Andy will only put, it's like his hotels, he'll only put 5-star oil.
I'll only put the BMW oil in it.
Exactly.
I'm not going for the extended warranty. If I put anything, I mean, I only serviced mine because I didn't want to take a bike away and let it go 7,500 miles when the oils could put at 6,000 miles. So I've just changed mine, ready for the trip. It's going to do 4,000 miles. That oil's going to come out and it's going to have the valve check the day after I get back from a trip. So I just changed it for peace of mind. But because I've got extended warranty and stuff, I just use the BMW stuff and keep the receipts just to prove what oils.
Banters just said no putting the old stuff through a T-strap. I've known people to do that. I would certainly not do that. You know, the oil is
people, if you want to thicken it up, just put a level teaspoon cement dust in it and just watch their faces when they go, really? It goes, yeah.
Yeah. The oil's the lifeblood of your bike, mate. You know, oil filter every time. I get a lot of people coming in and they go, change your filter up. Yeah, but I've put you an RC filter on it. And they go, what's an RC filter? It's a standard filter. It's just got a little nut on the front. Just makes it easier to unscrew the filter. That's the only difference between a high flow filter and an RC filter. It's got a little nut on
low sap DPF oil in my car.
Dave's bike runs on a first breath. I'll tell you what, mate. No one's been near my bike. It's got to be a Virgin. Yeah,
it's a Virgin on the balls dearer than normal frigging oil.
I've paid a lot of money for my Explorer to get it on the road. The GT. Oh, here's one for you, Andy. The guy brought the GTR back 3 weeks ago. He said to me, mate, he said it's got an oil leak on the side of the engine. And I went, he didn't have one when it left the building, but you've had the bike 3 months. Pop it back to me and I'll have a look at the oil leak. He brought it back. That bike was absolutely minging. It's rusted the fuck. It's covered in an inch of crud. Everything's gone on it. And I went, it's your gear selector switch, mate. It's leaking oil out the gear selector switch. And he went, oh, I said, how hard are you riding this bike? And he went, well, I just ride it normally, mate. And I went, it's covered in a layer of crap. It's rusted to fuck. You know, do you not wash it? No, I just ride it every day, mate. And I went, no, mate, it's out of warranty and I'm not going to do anything with it. Take it away. He has absolutely massacred my GTR. And then Mad Old Biker.
Worry about it.
Mad Old Biker was on the A1. He said, your GTR went past me. He said, I was sitting at 70 and your GTR went past me doing, I'm not going to say how fast, but yeah.
I just watched, did you just watch Jay's video where we all went out to the gasoline juice the other week? I didn't realise how quick I was going. He was sitting at 70. I didn't realise how quick I was going. But when I look back,
I went past him a couple of times.
It was well over 3 figures when I went past him.
Yeah. But he said to me, he said, oh, the GTR covered under warranty. I went, absolutely not, mate. Take it away. You know, you've not cleaned it. You've not looked after it. I'm not interested. But what a shame. I spent so many years looking after it. You know how clean my GTR was. And to see it like that, mate, it was heartbreaking. I'm like,
I just put the bike back in summer mode and put all my orange lights back on as indicators now and took the white one.
Oh, here we are. Bikes like women, buy them the best stuff and then look after you. Buy them cheap stuff and then, yeah, exactly that. I need to request next time I get a service on it. Bring it into us, mate. If I have to helicoil it, I'll helicoil it. I have a Rottweiler staring at me. Time for a walk. All right, see you later, Nigel. Take care. You don't argue with the Rottweiler. Nah, I've got one in the garage, mate.
On the sofa.
Talking of my girls in the garage, Bex's last day was today. She has left. Bex has now officially left the business, so she will be in on every other Saturday to help me out with the bike system.
That leaving if she's still popping in every other Saturday, that ain't right.
Well, she's coming in to help me with the bikes, did bike sales, so yeah, but she's officially left. So we've now got our new receptionist, who's going to help us along. Need I say more? But yeah, Bex has gone. But I did have a little chat with her earlier. I am gonna miss Bex in the garage because she was bloody good at selling bikes, and you know how good Bex was. She knew the bikes backwards and forwards as good as I do, and she was bloody amazing at what she did. But I am going to miss her. I am going to miss her greatly because obviously everything's now going to be passed back to me. So not only am I doing MOTs, bike servicing, all the bike repairs, I'm also got to take on all the bike sales again now and deal with all the customers. So it's going to be hard time for the next couple of months, but Bex will be in every other Saturday. So I'll just build a big work list for her Saturday mornings when she's in. But yeah, bless her. Bex is very good at what she does. So our new receptionist here, but it's going to take her a good 6 months to get into what we do at the garage. It's anyone that says, oh, it's just a case of booking someone in for a service. It's not. It's video when they come in, and then you've got to do the service. Then you've got to do the video around the bike. You've got to call the customer. You've got to, oh, I found this loose on your bike. You need a set of brake pads. You need a disc. You need a tyre. And then you've got to price it all up. It's not just anyone that thinks that running a garage on your own is an easy job needs to chat to Darren Spears. Darren,
I was over there today, and it was bike after bike after bike. I think I got there at about 10:30, and I didn't leave till about 4:00. And in that time, he'd done 12 MOTs, 2 services, and bikes were still turning up. And he was going, I can't do nothing till next week. I can't do nothing till next week.
Yeah. Darren is the one, for all of you that don't know.
Last night. He started at 8:00 yesterday, and he didn't leave the garage till 10:30 last night.
Yeah. And Darren's like me. He will stay. He's not one of these that's going to just drop the spanners at 6:00 and go, oh, fuck, you can wait till tomorrow. Darren will finish the job off to keep the customer happy. Darren is very like me. He will customer satisfaction. But Darren is a one-man band. We've got 3 in our garage. Darren's on his own. But Darren, and I'm going to give a big plug for HBB Motorcycles at Trent. Darren is very good at what he does. But
I was on his phone yesterday. It was quite funny because every time someone rang up, I'd said, I go, hello, you bring it, we bodge it.
Darren is very good at what he does, but he's going to kill himself before long, Andy. He needs to slow it down.
He's doing a lot more selective work now, but he's still really busy, really busy, and it's good. But yeah,
VJ's. I asked him for a quote. He never. Darren is a very.
Within an hour, his phone's gone off 100 times.
Yeah. Darren is very big. I've rung him twice this week and said, give us a call back, Darren. He's not called me back. I know Darren is a very busy guy. He will get back to me probably in a couple of days' time once he's worked through his voicemails. But Darren is a very busy man. He's very good at what he does, but he's a one-man band working out of a tiny little unit.
To get hold of Darren is to go over to see Darren.
It's easier to go and see Darren than it is to ring him.
Yeah, he's got no one answering his phones but himself. And if you know yourself, Rev, if you're arse deep in an MOT or arse deep changing brakes, this, that, and the other, you ain't stopping to answer the phone.
Yeah. How many times have you phoned me and I've got, I'll call you back in a minute, mate. I'm on an MOT. Boom, and hung straight up on you.
Yeah, that's it. Or our message, but yeah, Darren's really busy.
Yeah. Away you goes here. Evening, buddy. Good to see you. But Darren is very good at what he does, but Darren's like me. He's absolutely I'm backlogged for about a week at the moment.
I think backlogged for about 3 weeks at the minute.
We had a young guy.
6 weeks.
We had a guy that rolled onto my yard last night. He'd got a little Pulse 50. Now the Pulse 50 was the original Lex Moto. So before it became Lex Motor, they were known as Pulse. And he said, I've got this Pulse 50. It's got a puncture in the front tyre. All right. Can't do anything for a week, mate. And he went, oh, I've got a loose wheel, but I just need a new tyre putting on it. And I went, okay. I might have a tyre kicking around. Went down the back of the tyre rack in the back of the unit, and I managed to find a 3.5/10. It was a large year-old tyre sitting on the shelf. And I went, I've got one of these. It's 40 quid. And he went, can you fit it? I've got no chance to fit it for at least 5 days. Oh, I need it for tonight. And I went, can't do it tonight. I can sell you the tyre. You can get a set of tyre. Go down Alfred's and buy some tyre levers, fit your own tyre, go to the garage and pump it up. Oh, hang on. Let me give you a call. I phoned Pete at Holland Engineering, and he went, I said, how small does your tyre machine go? And he went, 8-inch, mate. And I went, mine only goes to 12. And he went, now ours goes down to 8. We got the adapter kit. And I went, oh, any chance you could do a bike tyre tonight? The guy's got a loose wheel, but he's punctured his front tyre. And he went, I'm here till 6 o'clock. If you can get over here before 6, this was like 4:20. And I went, right, there's your tyre. Sell you the tyre. Get across to Mersey. Speak to Pete Holland. He shot over to Pete's. Pete's changed his tyre. And he went, all right, how's your front tyre on your bike? He went, yeah, mate. He said, that one's had a puncture. He said, but I managed to get another wheel. This one's got mousse in it. And he went, what do you mean? He went, this one's got a puncture as well. He went, mate, you're not riding out of my yard with mousse in your front tyre. He said, I'm going to change your front tyre. It'll cost you another tenner. And he went, what? And he went, I'll change your front wheel for a tenner. He said, I don't want you riding out of my yard on basically a semi-inflated tyre. Changed his front wheel, charged him 40 quid for changing his tyre and putting the front wheel on. I phoned Pete last night and I went, Pete, you're an absolute diamond. He went, mate, he said, I don't like seeing a biker. He said, you're like me. He said, I don't like seeing a biker in distress. If I can help the guy out, the guy got tiny little money, but if I can keep him safe on his bike, job done. And I went, I get exactly what you mean. Yeah, I get what. I don't care if you're on a 50, a 125 or a 1600cc bloody, massive monster. If we're keeping you safe.
That's it. It's like I always keep my spare tyres. After my trip, my tyres come off. If I'm going on a second trip, I'll have new ones on. Well, the tyre that's on my bike, it's the second time or third time it's been on because of punctures. And it was not quite down to the wear limit. I'm thinking it's only got last 8 weeks. I've got 2 brand new pairs of PR6 Michelin sitting in my garage. And I thought I had a spare rear in there. I get over Darren's and I'm thinking my tyre pressure's going down. So I checked it, found I had a puncture, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to plug it because it's right down. It's not far off the wear limit. I only need it for another 8 weeks before I put a brand new set on and I'm away. So I ring my boy up and I go, right, what have I got in my garage? He goes, no, you ain't got no spare rears. I thought, oh, great, fuck. Went off to dirt bike shop, bought another, right? So this is now another brand new Michelin PR6, which Darren put on. So, and I've got 2 sitting in my garage, but I want them for my trip. So I put that on. Got home, I've got a Michelin PR6 on the wall with 800 miles on it that my boy did not see. I was livid. Yeah, I bought shares in Michelin, basically. I'm 750 quid on Michelin tyres.
This one for you. So Vincent's just commented down the bottom. As everybody knows, we do the regular ride outs on a Sunday morning. Vincent turned up and he went, he said, my chain's flapping around. I think you were on the yard, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with a 125, if the chain's incorrectly and loose, you're going to lose 10 mile an hour top end.
Yeah, and I said to him, I went, you ain't riding out with like that chain like that, Vincent. He went, oh, I said, no, that bike's not rolling out the yard with a slack chain. If that chain comes off, it wraps around the back sprocket, you're off the bike. Went off and opened the doors up, got me socket set out. How long did it take me to do his chain tension? What, 10 minutes?
Oh, it takes a couple of minutes, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of minutes, loosened off the back wheel, done his chain. And he went, do I owe you anything? And I went, no, it's out of hours, mate. If it was in hours, then I'd charge you. But I would rather have all my ride group absolutely.
Don't try to beat that now, so I'm going to pop over and you can service the Beamer for me Sunday morning then.
Bring it on a Sunday, mate. Yeah. But yeah, that is just what I do. You know, I'm not having my guys riding on my ride group, and I'll always look around the bike and like, oh, fucking hell, mate, you need to adjust your chain. If I can do it in 5-10 minutes and help a guy out and save him a little bit of money, I'm happy to do it for free. But that, as everybody said, you know, it's the same thing. Rev does what he does. I do it because I love being a biker and I love helping my friends out. But and everyone's like, oh yeah, but you only and you come on the Friday night live streams and you do it because you like to get the monetization. I make about 90 quid a month and it all goes back into the bike. So for all those that are saying
20 quid since we started, so doing well.
Yeah. So, you know, and how many coffees and breakfasts do I buy when I go out? I always buy the breakfast and the bacon rolls and that. That's just what I do. I enjoy the bike life. I enjoy my friends. I have bloody good ride friends that are in my ride group, and I enjoy every single one of them being out there. And me being on a Friday night live stream, it's not about me. I'm not promoting, or we're not. Someone actually commented, Andy, and said we actually prefer your live stream than watching another biker that flies planes. And I went, please don't comment against that biker. He does his thing. I do my thing. There's another channel that goes on midweek and everyone's like, yeah. I do what I do. I have my own little community. My boys come in. It's like guys sitting down the pub and just chatting about bikes. We do our own thing. We have a little bit of banter. We have a couple of weeks ago, we were chatting about XRPs and stock sharing and Bitcoins. It's not always about bikes. It could go off. It could have a tangent. It could go on to OnlyFans. It could go about leather chaps. It could go about ride groups.
My hours of work are changed, so I'll be free most Friday nights now because I don't have to get up at fucking 3 in the morning.
Well, you're a man of leisure now. You've been made redundant.
hey, I was made redundant on the 30th. I was a bum yesterday. I'm a bum today, but I'm now re-employed and I start work Tuesday. So I was only a bum for 2 days. But the good thing is, I get to put a nice little check in my bank that has made me now look at new BMWs as a second bike. So yeah, I have to look. It's like a menu, in it. You look, but are you hungry?
Yeah. Vince just said, try to pass it forward. I've stopped plenty of time. We were out. We did the Ride of Ides. If you watch my Ride of Ides video, about 3/4 of the way through, I've got Vincent who runs the bike night at the lounge, Barnstormer. He actually peels off because there's a guy that's sat on his bike with his helmet on the ground in the lay-by. So we carried on and finished the ride off. And then Vince got back to me about 10 minutes later. I went, how was the guy? I said, I noticed you peeled off. And he went, yeah. He said, the guy had stopped for a pee and a drink and a cigarette, but he put his helmet on the ground. Instead of putting it on the bike, he put it on the back of the bike. He put it on the ground at the back of the bike. Of course, he picked up the helmet on the ground I've got a problem. And he went, I pulled up. You're right, mate. Is your bike broken down? He went, no, he's just I stopped for a pee, a drink, and a cup of coffee. And he went, you've put your helmet on the floor at the back of the bike. Well, I always do that. Well, it means you're in distress. Oh shit, I didn't realise that. He went, no, put your helmet on your bike or on your mirror, hang it off your bike. Don't put it on the ground because it means you're in distress.
Has anybody else noticed the increase on bug splatter on the front of bikes this year over last year?
Oh yeah,
it's definitely gone. So whatever farmers are doing and sprays are being used, it's working because there is a hell of a lot more bugs about this year than there was last year for sure.
I did what was I at? I think it was the last. It's either the LXR ride or one of the bikes previously, and I'm riding along and you can hear the donk. and whacking great big bloody hornet hits me visor, but it folds into the bottom of my mask. I'm hoping that fucker's dead.
That's the good thing with my new. When I had my other like I had the shoey and the other helmet, is like they had the internal visors, so 90% of the time you're riding with your visor up and just the internal visor down. So if anything hits that, it falls straight into your helmet.
Yeah.
If I've got the transforming bloody visor now, whatever hits it bounces off, and I've had nothing come in the helmet, so it's much better. But yeah, there's so much about.
Mine hit my sun shield and it folded inside by my lip, and I'm thinking, I hope that's not a hornet or a wasp.
At least hope it's dead.
Yeah, let's hope it's dead. And I'm like, I got back to the garage and I pulled my helmet off. The thing was still crawling around. And Bex went, "Oh my god, it's on your terrorist mask," because I'd got my my balaclava on.
You picked the file balaclava.
It was crawling across the front. I'm like, it was a bloody wasp, wasn't it? I was like, oh jeez, I thought it was a hornet or something, but yeah, but it had folded, didn't, but obviously it couldn't sting through. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how lucky am I? But now what I do now is put my sun shield down and drop my visor down just in case. But someone said to me, what you want to do is get one of those the visors. It's like yours, Andy. It's the transition.
Yeah, the thing is, they're 150 quid each. So if you mark it, scratch it, or anything else, that's 150 quid to replace it. But
exactly, yeah.
It comes with a clear, and it comes with that one. But yeah, it's weird not having an inner visor, but once you get used to it, it's actually better.
Right, it is 9:02. We've done a bloody hell. We've been on for an hour.
They can indeed, Lily. Yeah.
Let me just go on. Let's just have a quick look at how many people are on the stream tonight.
I haven't given you a finger up. There it is. Thumb up. Right, that's it.
There we go. We've got 16 on. Right. I'll try and pass for something. Oh, Lils is here. What's good thing when they're dead? Oh, bloody hell. Don't tell me that.
Well, don't tell me that. Even though they're dead, don't touch it.
Yeah. Oh, Lils is here. Beans on Toast's favourite female biker is Lily Northover. Beans, oh God, Beans on Toast did a great one. He's done a little video this week, and the last bit is where he finishes the video and he basically does his outro, and he does a little bit after, and he does an old bus canyon between two 1960 buses. And Lewis has done a little comment on it. It's like, oh, I recognise those buses. I tell you what, Beans on Toast. Lewis chats to him every day. I tend to leave him every other couple of days. I leave him a little message. But if you haven't seen the YouTube channel Beans on Toast, go and subscribe. Hello, peeps. Stay moist, stay succulent. Beans is absolutely lovely. I love the guy today. I will get down to London. I will have a meet up with Beans on Toast, and we'll keep our helmets on. But I'm going to try and sort that out this year. The other one that I am going to have a meet up with, and it is organised, is Premises 187. 4 years since I last saw Premises 187, and I'm going to go down to London and have a meet up with Premises 187 and Death Bunny. So I'm going to meet up. We're going to go to the bike shed. Have you heard of the bike shed, Andy?
I've heard of the bike shed. I've never been. Purely because it's in London, and yeah.
Oh, GB, can you not get Beans on Toast as your live? I will ask him. But he is not a motor vlogger. He doesn't do lives. He is not a motor vlogger. He's not an influencer. He is an e-fluencer. He does not do live
videos. Influence on here anyway. Well, we pickle went.
I will ask Beans to if he can do a little video mentioning me. But yeah, but Beans does not like being live on stream, especially without a helmet.
Not too many motor vloggers actually vlog or go on lives, and you actually see their face. I think there's probably
premises.
Moto vloggers, you'll probably only see 5 to 10 of their faces. The rest of the time, you won't see nothing.
Yeah. Premises 187. I met him, 2 years ago at Dunstable Downs. He was up there with his other rider who passed away. So he was up there with one of the girl riders that passed away. And I spotted the massive great shoulders, the red and black check shirt. And I walked up to him and went, "Are you Premises?" And he went, "Man, yeah," fist bump. And I went, "All right, never seen your face." "Man, don't take my helmet off." He had his helmet on, his crash helmet on, the visor down all the time. Would not let me see his face. But Premises is a really nice guy. But we'll see if we can get Premises on the channel, or I'll see if I can get Beans on Toast to come in the side chat. I'm sure we'll get Toasty on the side chat.
Let's get a hold of and see if we can get the missing Dick to come on.
Oh, here we go. Camera in the kitchen, toaster and microwave for the beans. Just do a voiceover. Influencer. You get on where we do good at Fergal Show. Oh my God. There was a TikTok that went on. This girl's like a major TikTok star, and she's going around, "Hello, I'm blah blah blah. Can I get you on my live stream?" And she went, "Yeah." And this girl, she's like, "Oh, hello, how are you? What's your name?" "Fergal." "All right, what's your surname?" "Sharky." "Oh, are you famous?" "Nah, I'm just a singer." And he walked off, and this girl was like, "Oh, and that was Fergal." Really?
Instead of getting other vloggers on, could we get some, like, I don't know, strippers? Strippers would be good. Pole dancers, lap dancers.
Jay, Slobo Lobo, I have messaged Slobo Lobo. There is another guy that I have messaged, and he is called Moto Jim. He hangs out on TikTok, and we were at a bike. I was on live on a bike meet the other night, chatting with one of my friends, and he went, "Oh, we've got Moto Jim here," and the guy walked past the camera when he's crashed out. I went, "You need to come on my live stream because I follow you massively." And he went, "Mate," he said, "if I can come on," but he is very, very in demand. But Moto Jim is very, very well known. So we'll try and get Moto Jim in the next couple of weeks. Probably off the back of tonight's video, Andy, someone else will nick my ideas and have them on their channel before I do. You know what I'm talking about. Every time I come up with an idea, it gets stolen by other channels. So I'm looking at getting Premises on. I'm looking at getting Beans on Toast on. Probably Moto Jim. Yeah, but no doubt someone else will nick the idea. And I don't fly a plane. Hello, kids. All right, nick my ideas, you bastard. Every time I come up with an idea and I mention it on my Friday, so it obviously shows that the big moto vloggers are watching this channel. I'm just a small channel. I'm not really fussed. It's just boys talking about bikes. But it really hacks me off when I come up with an idea, and then within the next week, someone's posted the idea and gone, "Oh, we're doing this week." Fine, guys. If you want to post the idea, that's fine. But know that I mentioned it the week before. Maybe some reviews of the actor. Graffiti Tunnel is coming up. Hang on, I've got to figure it out on my diary. Graffiti Tunnel is going to be the 25th of May. So if you happen to be about 25th of May, put it in your diary, Andy.
After I get a rather large check.
25th of May. Now, I will let you know. I'm not going to try and give everything away. 25th of May, Peterborough Tunnel.
Holiday as well, isn't it? It's second May Day.
Yeah.
So the 25th is Sunday, and then you got the May Day, so bank holiday.
Yeah. So 25th of May is the Sunday. Graffiti Tunnel, Peterborough. I will
Now,
just
I've only done
say,
the graffiti tunnel in London.
what's that?
I've only done the graffiti tunnel in London. I haven't done the one.
No, this is the one in Peterborough. Graffiti tunnel in Peterborough. I will just. I'm not going to give too much away. So we're going to Graffiti Tunnel, 25th of May. The artists are there on the 23rd and 24th, and that's all I'm going to say. If you want to see what Graffiti Tunnel is, let me just bring up. Google is a wonderful thing. So let's just do Graffiti Tunnel. And we'll do. Oh, I've got to put in as. Oh, believe me, there are 4 graffiti tunnels across the UK. Right, graffiti tunnel. It's known as the Wansford Tunnel. So there is a video to it. So let me just share this up. Right. Let's see if I can share this video, guys.
It isn't far from the London Eye.
Hang on.
Nathan Murdoch, or Nathan Nice Murdoch.
There we go.
And well, you're joining me for the experience. Pete and Baz to join us. If you haven't seen these guys on the internet already, they're quite amazing. They rap, and at their age, hey, fair game to them. Right, let's have a walk through. Let's see what we can find.
So this is Graffiti Tunnel, guys. Obviously, I can't share the stuff that's booth tending. It's models online. Call the ball on it there. So there we go. We'll stop that there. That's Graffiti Tunnel. They've now got, I believe, Star Wars characters on it, but the artists are going down a couple of days
I've just sent you
before.
pictures of the graffiti tunnel in London, actually, on your phone.
Yeah. Boo normally goes there, and the only.
I said last time I went down there. So, oh, fuck me, that was over 10 years ago.
If you go to the Graffiti Tunnel, it's normally the OnlyFans girls that are there. That's all I'm going to say.
It's you at the ready.
Yeah, I've got quite a few that Boo's sent me of the girls over Boo's M1000 or S1000. But yeah,
I'll wait for Boo to do that again. I'll go along just to sniff his saddle.
But yeah, it's good. Right, this is bike meter Q&A. Yeah, got a feet. Yeah, passport. Right, old home. Oh, of course we have. Yes. If that's what you call it. Yeah, it is Graffiti Tunnel, but there is something coming up. I'm keeping it very hush hush at the moment because a certain couple of people are going to Graffiti Tunnel. So I've hooked it all up, and that is going to be the 25th of May. So the last Sunday of May. Keep that in your diary, guys. It's going to be a good one. PJ said,
any whistling, profanities in the background, or rude noises is not me. It's the frigging parrot because it's just woke up. And his word of the day is "fuck off, knobhead."
Oh God. If you take your bike to Graffiti Tunnel, they do not charge you to sit on your bike. What they ask for is if you use any of their photos, you pay them a fee. So they will take loads of photos.
That includes for your private collection and tissue box.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean, Andy. Yeah, but it's
swiping their arse and taking cash back out their purse, isn't you?
Here we go. Here we go, love. Have that. Do I get a ton of cash back? Right, we've been on an hour and 15, guys. I am going to get ready to bail. I am back at the garage 6 o'clock in the morning. I've got a lot of work to do. Thanks to Andy for coming in. VJ Biker, Lily, Jay, Julian GB. Who else has been in tonight? Away you go. Toj, Nige,
Zed,
Empty
Lily.
Belly. Let's have a roll back. Dave A70, Paul Boyle, Zhead, Howie, loads of guys. Moto. Thanks to everyone that's come in tonight. It's been an absolutely amazing night again. Don't forget, Andy JS Tractor on YouTube. There's loads in there, mate.
Howie.
Yeah, Howie's been in as well. So Howie's runs. We'll get the running going. See Howie and Todge and all the boys. But loads in there. Thanks to everybody. Anyway, we will see you if you're out for a ride this Sunday. 8:30. We're still going through it.
Yeah, I'm done now.
All right, 8:30 at the garage. We're half an hour earlier than normal on Sunday.
I won't be leaving them until about 9 o'clock, so I'll probably be there.
All right, we'll meet you up there, Andy. By the time we followed Vincent's slow-ass terrain up there, mate, you'll have caught up with us.
Mate, Kieran and Ange, and Kieran won't push it too hard with Ange on the back.
And Lil said, don't forget to mention MT Belly. Yeah.
Matt.
Okay, we enjoyed the live. Much appreciated for the advice. Julian, if you need anything, give me a bell and I'll send you all the links, mate. As I say, thanks to Andy. Thanks for everyone in the side chat. 8:30 at the garage on Sunday. We are riding to Gasoline Juice. We are leaving about 8:45. So we can get up there in time, meet up with Andy GSA, because he ain't going to be hanging around when he shifts down the road. Monday, Emma's Cafe, Bank Holiday Monday, leaving the garage at 9, heading up to Emma's Cafe for 9:30, getting early because the gates open at 10. Whatever you're doing this weekend, guys, it's going to be El Scorchio, mega degrees. Keep safe on the bike, and don't forget.
They don't reckon that's down to 12 degrees.
They reckon it's going to be mad this weekend. Right. Whatever it is. But
hey,
all the gear, all the time. No shorts, no t-shirts. No flip-flops, no sandals, no arseless chaps.
I'm just going in a Borat thong.
That'll do you then. Right, whatever you're doing, guys, enjoy the weekend. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. Till then, be well, ride safe. And from Rev, as always, it's a big goodbye from me.